always, the latest Manchester United and Manchester United transfer news I want to bring to you. As always, it is Friday, start of the weekend. Manchester United plays Aston Villa tomorrow. What a game to look forward to. A stronger test compared to Crystal Palace. We'll definitely be speaking about Ten Hag's press conference that he held this morning while we were sleeping, if I might add, for those who are not anywhere near the hours that they have in Perth, Australia. Nevertheless, please subscribe to the channel. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. At the Stretford in Johnson is what you are looking for in terms of social media, in terms of TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. So, without further ado, let me get into today's video. I do want to speak about Crystal Palace for a few moments. A 3-1 victory that we had, a very good game. We would say that our front three were on fire with Antony, Martial, Sancho, and Rashford all scoring goals, but we conceded. Yes, I know it seems to be a goal that shouldn't be worried about too much, but we still conceded. 11 goals, 3 games. We're looking good, we're looking strong, but there is quite a lot that we have to work towards. Our signings might be a bit slow. We got Martinez, we got Eriksen, we got Malacia, but Frankie de Jong, the number one target, is still not at Manchester United. He's still not confirmed as a player. The fee has been agreed, shall I say, months ago already. It feels that long ago that a fee has been agreed, but we are still wondering why there is no progress on the Frankie de Jong deal. Reports coming out saying that he has no interest in joining Manchester United. I wouldn't believe that. He wouldn't be speaking to Ten Hag on the phone for no reason and then saying he doesn't want to come. Yes, he went on the plane, he's on their pre-season tour, but players can leave pre-season training camps to go to. Frankie de Jong might not be a Manchester United player now, he might not be a Manchester United player at the beginning of the season when we play Brighton, but I still believe he will be a Manchester United player. It's just taking longer than usual. And if he comes in at the end of the transfer window, it took long, but I guess we got it done. And that would be an asset to us. But we need to move on, in my opinion, because perhaps we can go and get someone else. Tielemans was another one that we were looking at and perhaps could be an alternative to Frankie de Jong. But ask yourself this question, why is nobody else going in for Tielemans? It's only Arsenal. It was said he's only interested in Arsenal. And now you have this factor of we are interested in him. Now, of course, Tielemans is Premier League proven, his quality to a certain level, but he's not a Frankie de Jong. He's not someone who can come in and transform our midfield and put it into a sense of quality. Yes, it's an upgrade on Fred and McTominay, definitely, but it's not top quality like a Frankie de Jong. It's not someone who can be a conductor in midfield. And funny enough, I'm using the word conductor. Erik ten Hag spoke about Fred playing the role of connector and conductor in midfield, speaking how he feels that he improved, feeling to the point that perhaps he has done well since he has come in. But Fred has been improving since Rangnick's regime. He's been a player that we have started depending upon and looking more to other than Scott McTominay. But in my opinion, we do need to move on from Frankie de Jong. I don't think he is someone that we should be focusing on. There are other midfielders out there, and if Frankie de Jong eventually comes, I guess we'll be more tired and feeling more relief than anything else rather than excitement, because the excitement of Frankie de Jong coming to Manchester United was dragged out of the transfer a long time ago. For those who've just joined, please subscribe to the channel. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We speak about the latest Manchester United and Manchester United transfer news here first. Of course, hit the notification bell as well, so you always notify once at Manchester United, the player that we are looking at in terms of attacking. But Ajax are playing hardball. They are willing to sell him, but at a high price. Do we want to pay that price? No, we don't. But we have to pay the price. We can't expect that Martinez, Malacia, and Eriksen are the only signings we're going to make. No, we need to be signing more players other than that. We need another, shall I say, another fullback in right back. We need to be signing more players because 3 is not enough. Yes, this team seems to be playing better and they will improve under Ten Hag, no doubt. But It's not a top team. It's not a team that will go out and challenge for trophies. The players we have last season is the exact same players. Last season, they just couldn't give a damn about performing for Manchester United. And now they want to seem like they have turned a new leaf. They are much better. They are going to be better, fitter players. I still don't think that some of these players are going to be staying at the club. I think that some of them will improve, but those who don't improve and cannot crack it in Ten Hag's system, they are going to be told, there's the door, you are welcome to leave. So it's going to be interesting now that we're reaching the, shall I say, the final stages of our pre-season before we play Brighton. And it's interesting to see exactly what type of team Erik ten Hag will be playing against Aston Villa and how he will look to be setting up. He spoke quite vastly about the game tomorrow, and truth be told, I think he is excited about tomorrow's game. If you remember the games we had against Aston Villa last season, we won against Aston Villa when Bruno scored, but we did not execute anything that we wanted to. We did not find ourselves in a good position to play, attack, and win consistently. We were up in the air like a roller coaster. One particular game we are winning, the next game we go down and we are losing. No, these are teams that will be our test now. We have to understand and find it realistic to note that top 4 is our target. We're not looking at the league next season. We're not looking at trying to go and blast everyone away. No. This is a very, very crucial first season for Erik ten Hag. And a lot of these players have a lot to prove. They have a lot of making up to do, considering the way they addressed themselves last season. Some of them not caring, some of them choosing not to play. They have a lot of making up to do this season, and they need to show that in their performances on the pitch. They can talk for all I care. They can decide to show training videos and montages of themselves performing in training. Pre-season is pre-season. When we play Brighton, in our first game, we need to be ready. We lost to Brighton tremendously, 4-0. We need to be a different team, and I believe we will be a different team come that first game in the Premier League. But Antony, a player that we all want at Manchester United, it is said, and this is from Simon Hurst, he says, one of Antony's representatives is understood to have been in Manchester this week, and Ajax is demanding £68 million for him. I want to see Antony at Manchester United. I have a feeling that he will be at Manchester United. I think we need to be making at least one attacking signing, and Antony seems that only particular target that we are going for. So why not? Pay the money. If they're asking £68 million, I think we probably get him for less than that. If it's for £60 million, I think that would be a fair deal. I think we should be paying £60 million for Antony. I think over time he will be proving his quality, and Ten Hag knows that he is a quality player and probably on the brink of becoming world class. So don't be surprised if you see Antony at Manchester United before the end of this transfer window. Also, Benjamin Pavard as the next defensive target. Now, Benjamin Pavard is a right back that played for France and Bayern Munich and is a quality right back, a bit of a more classy right back compared to your Alexander-Arnolds and your Reece James. But he is a player that can go forward and back, a player that is very, very good in an attacking sense. We saw the goal that he scored for France in the World Cup. So perhaps we'll be going for him, but Denzel Dumfries is there as well at Inter. And I feel that Ten Hag would rather go for Denzel Dumfries rather than Benjamin Pavard. And I think maybe L'Equipe is just using our name once again to find a move for him. I mean, Bayern Munich just signed Nazir Mazraoui, who is a player Erik ten Hag used and had at Ajax. And I think he doesn't want to fight for his place at Bayern Munich. So that's probably the reason why our name is being mentioned around him, so that he can probably get a move to another club. I don't think we are in for him. I think it is just news that I have to bring to you and have to give to you. But nevertheless, let's now get into Ten Hag's press conference. And he spoke quite a lot about the young players. And this is what he had to say. Not all youngsters have gained minutes. I have to set priorities, but in future they will play an important role, I think, for building Man United. I cannot give all the young players the chances they deserve because we have to construct a team. It is good to have them in. I see them daily in training, So I get a really good impression. From then on, we can develop them by good plans. That is the idea. We have a squad here and we don't have a lot of time. We have to be ready for August the 7th when we play against Brighton. The squad here is defined in generations, but also we want to give some young talents the chance while they deserved it to be here. So subscribe to the channel for those who are joining us. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers. At the Straightford N Johnson is what you are looking for on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And on Twitter, we obviously do live reports of the game, and we will probably do that tomorrow for our game against Aston Villa. So, Honorable Mabry, and that in itself perhaps might mean that he's going out on loan, but it could also mean that he's going to have a bigger role in the squad. I know it was said about Alejandro Garnacho, who we haven't seen in preseason at all, is going to be part of the squad for this season. Will he be a very good player to contribute, to benefit from the type of training and coaching that Ten Hag will give? Not sure, not entirely sure. But I do believe that the young players we have at the club will be given the opportunity to perform, to show themselves, to prove to Ten Hag that they can be at the club. We've seen quality performances in pre-season with the likes of Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage showing quality in midfield, more so than McTominay and Fred at times. So if we see them playing this season, whether it be in Carabao Cup, FA Cup, or even in the league, do not be surprised. Ten Hag works on a performance results base, and he has this mentality of if you perform well and you show that you are quality enough, he will play you. So we might see a lot of changes throughout the season. We might see people not actually getting the desired game time that they want, but it is because Ten Hag wants to ensure that everybody gets an opportunity to do well at Manchester United and show themselves before they see maybe they're not good enough or they are good enough. Moving along, he was asked about Fred, and he said, I think Fred can be even better. I will support him in that. He brings energy in the team by his attitude. At the moment, he is playing in the role as connector, defending to offense. He is playing the role quite well. I am satisfied with his performance and his improvement. We've spoken about Fred. We know how intense he is when it comes to playing for Manchester. We know the commitment and desire that he brings to the team and to the club. But we need better midfielders than Fred. We need better midfielders than McTominay. Frankie de Jong cannot be the only midfielder that we are going for. Sorry. We cannot be looking at one midfielder to try and change our midfield from last season. We need at least two. Whether it's Frankie de Jong and someone else, or Tielemans and Ruben Neves, Sankare, whoever it might be that is quality enough to come and play. Donny van de Beek did well against Crystal Palace. But when we play against the top teams, the Chelseas, the Cities and the Liverpools, having a Fred and Donny in midfield would not be enough. I guess it can be to a certain extent if we sit back and look to counter, but Ten Hag wants to be on the ball. He wants to be in possession constantly. And how do we do that with a player like Fred, who at times chooses to pass backwards, chooses not to pass through the lines, chooses to miscontrol the ball or shoot from range, which is not supposed to? So we need an upgrade on Fred. Even though Ten Hag has praised Fred in the press conference, Fred is not and will not be the only midfielder we need to be having at Manchester United. James Garner is there as well, but we haven't seen anything of him in pre-season. Does he come in and start next to a Frankie de Jong if we get Frankie? Does he start next to Fred? I'm not too sure. Can you expect someone like James Garner, who came from loan, to come in and start for Manchester United? The expectations for a Nottingham Forest and a Manchester United is completely different. The amount of pressure he will have playing in midfield for Manchester United, he will either have to cope with it or perhaps not even try and be, as Ten Hag says, a motivator. I just saw a comment come through and I see that Brownwood, welcome to you, Brownwood, welcome to the channel. Subscribe please and drop a like on the video. When are we going to get him? Well, in terms of Frankie de Jong, I'm not too sure when we're getting him, to be honest. It's up in the air. I mean, there's various reports, as I said in the beginning of the video. where he says he doesn't want to come, he's not interested, but then I would not be on the phone with him. We would not have agreed a fee with Barcelona if he was not for sale. Whether he wants to stay at Barcelona or not, they want to sell him. They need his money in order to pay their wage bill. So there's no way he can stay at the club. I mean, in the preseason friendly that they had, he played centre back. Coming on, they are all players that can play in the position Frankie de Jong plays. So his time at Barcelona is up, in my opinion. In terms of getting him, I don't think it will be anytime soon. But I do believe that we will be getting him by the time this transfer window closes. I still believe that Frankie de Jong will be a Manchester United player. Moving along, he was asked about Ronaldo's absence, and he basically said, of course, but concerning is maybe not the right word when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo. I focus on the players who are here. They are doing really well and they developed that. I cannot wait for him to come in. Then we will integrate him. Now, just a note on Antony, as I saw in the comments, it has been reported by Simon Hurst that Antony's representative has been in Manchester this week to discuss a move from Ajax to Manchester United, and Ajax are looking to have £68 million as the fee. But I do believe he'll probably get him at £60 million, which I think is a fair deal. I don't think that we would offer less than that, and I think that 60 million is fair considering the quality that he is and the quality that he can become. Because Ten Hag definitely sees him as a player on the brink of becoming a world-class forward, should I say that, because he can play on the left, he can play up front as a false nine, and definitely he can play on the right-hand side. A left-footed winger, which we definitely need. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It definitely will help the channel out. Moving along, lastly, he basically also said we have the intention to play brilliant football versus Villa. So first, it's about our philosophy. We want to play proactive football, attacking football. I know the opponent for tomorrow will be tough. It is a great test. A much stronger team than Crystal Palace. We know that Steven Gerrard has been making signings at Aston Villa, and we know that they gave us serious trouble last season. We need to go out tomorrow and be better team tomorrow. I think he's slowly but surely getting closer to his strongest starting 11, and I think tomorrow will be a very good indication about who is going to be starting against Brighton in our first game of the season on August the 7th. Guys, thank you for joining me. For those who have been here, subscribe to the channel. As I said, our goal is 1,000 subscribers. At the Stretford N Johnson is what you are looking for. I am your host, Aston Johnson, and of course, click the notification bell to be notified when I do and definitely will go live. We always speak about the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Have a wonderful weekend further, and we'll definitely be speaking on match day, definitely on Twitter tomorrow when we play Aston Villa. Have a wonderful weekend further, Red Devils. Bye-bye.